Hello, everybody out there in the interlands of the internet and internet land. Welcome back to another episode of the No Skill podcast. It is us, the No Skill Boys. We're back here again at the campsite, and as usual, I am your lovely host. I am DJ. And then to my left, your right is Brandon.
That's good. I'm ready to fucking do this.
And then to my right, your left is Mikey.
Hello there. Boy, bacon in this summer heat right now.
Don't mind the fact that his mouth isn't moving. He got the Mr. Anderson treatment when they sewed his mouth shut in the interrogation room. If you know,
That's not what happened at all.
Shut up.
That's not how that scene went. It's not Saw. 9 agents did run down. Neo, hold still. And then just fumbling with, you know what? We're not. Oh, this situation's weird.
Like, we're 45 seconds in. I'm already aggravated. Son of a bitch.
Yo, man, since I signed on to VRC, I've literally had nothing but tech issues this morning. So,
You're telling me
Yeah.
you're talking to the guy who's going to randomly, and I apologize in advance. We caught this in the last recording. I don't know what's wrong, but my character will randomly start shifting, so bear with me and work with me. Do you have any suggestions or solutions? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you, really. Come on, kisses. On today's agenda, as of this recording, Summer Games Fest has concluded. Summer Games Fest was a blast from start to finish. Day one, they came out swinging, and I was so happy with what I saw. And I can't wait to invest in some of these games when they come out. And I'm not talking just even though I'm a shooter kind of guy. A lot of these games I could see myself playing, even though they wouldn't be my style. And I'll go into some of that later on. But the one thing that I definitely want to start off with before we even deep dive into this entire thing of Summer Games Fest, it was sick to watch. But now I beg the question, and I want you guys' opinions on this. Do you think this year, as great as it was, might have just killed any chance of E3 having a comeback?
The topic of E3 has been a rocky one because I swear every year they announce, oh, we're coming back, or we need people or companies to sign up for this so we can do it this year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's ever since 2020,
Mm-hmm.
It has just not happened. At this point, I don't even know if people really care for E3 anymore. And at this point, we're just looking forward to Summer Games Fest and all the little showcases that all these companies do on their own time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Which
honestly sucks because, like, I still remember, like, a couple years ago watching E3 with you guys. This is how geeky and dorky we are with our Xbox Live friends, ladies and germs. Me, this man, and a couple others would be in an Xbox Live party watching E3 together on our own televisions. One of us are watching it on Game Rant. One of us is watching it on IGN, and then we're sitting there just going, "Oh, you're like 3 seconds ahead of me. Pause for a second," just that way we can watch it in real time with each other. That's how nerdy we are.
God, that was years ago. I haven't done that in a long time.
Because we don't need to now. It's called Discord screen sharing.
Basically.
Yep.
And
it's great. But that's how far back I go with E3, especially when, like, watching the convention hall just fill up with people, especially when it was going to be insert developer showcase here. Usually, even though we make fun of them the most, Ubisoft's showcase just drew people in. And so I kind of missed that when it comes to E3. Luckily, Summer Games Fest came along, so that way we can pick up right where we left off. But then, what do you make of this with the E3 for the third year in a row saying they have to cancel after hyping up that something would happen? Oh, shit.
I think E3's really done it because not trying to. He said, she said. From my understanding, scheduling for E3 is always rough. handling the crowds is really hit or miss depending on who's actually organizing that year. And I really think that at the end of the day, when you go to set up an event like that, you have to have so much in sync. The fans, the coordinators, the studios and companies that are going to be putting their names out, and E3 just really stopped caring after a while. Yeah, it's a big draw and it's this huge thing, but I'm not. Some of the showcases really didn't deliver for how big of the event should be.
Yeah.
And then they did really oddball things. Like, I don't know if anybody remembers that year they did like a Bethesda outdoor interactive experience, but instead of covering it, they covered Star Wars Battlefront 2, and no one gave a flying fuck about them announcing Count Dooku.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 people cheered in this stadium full of thousands of people. I'm pretty sure one of them was Siegeland. But they just didn't handle it well. They're like, oh yeah, Star Wars is going to be the thing, completely ignoring that Bethesda built this entire outdoor playland for the fans. I don't know. E3 was weird, man.
I think at some point, the companies themselves just stopped really putting in that much effort, because at some point they're like, wow, why don't we just do this ourselves. And it'll be better.
Mhm.
And that's what they started doing. I think Sony was the first one to drop out.
Like, especially during the period of time where we had to stay inside. That name we're still not allowed to say, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Stay inside, sleep overtime. These companies still had to make games because they still have to work, and it's like, okay, we can't have this big grandiose showcase like E3 to show us off. We have to do it ourselves. Like, I still the first year when it was just a random Xbox showcase that they had on the XLIE app. For those that know, the live interaction app.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And it was just, okay, so here's nothing but Microsoft games that we can push ourselves on our own console, on our own app for this console. And here's what you can expect. And so it was like our own little miniature E3, but it was just specifically Microsoft related. Because they had to do something. What are they going to do? Not advertise for games and then just be like, hey, this one came out. No. So now, let's deep dive into Summer Games Fest. Again, it was packed with shit. Sorry if you see me just randomly looking up, audience. This is me lifting up my headset to, hey, make sure that OBS isn't crashed. But also, opening up my cellular device to pull up the list of games that they announced. There was a lot. So we're starting with day one. I don't know if you guys caught day one, but did you guys see that side-scroller Prince of Persia game?
I mean, yeah, it looks cool. Definitely not what I expected from a Prince of Persia game, but also, what a choice of trailer music. I didn't think it fit at all. Like, at all.
It's all, the whole situation's weird because you have the king of platformers going to a 2D side scroller,
and basically it can becoming a hack and slash too.
Yeah, it's that whole situation's weird to me. Like, as a 90s 2000s kid, I don't know what to make of this. My brain's on fire.
Yeah, I remember playing the originals and I'm like, this seems like just a totally new game. If you would have said this is anything but Prince of Persia, I would have believed you.
Give us Sands of Time HD remake.
Give the people what they want. I think, and I hate to say it like this, no disrespect towards Prince of Persia and the legacy that it's left. But with this game, it went from you going from the king of platforms to, yeah, I can play this if I have time to kill and nothing better to do. I definitely get the time killer vibe. That's how it was when I first played my friend Pedro, for those that know, the talking banana. I got that same vibe of like, you know what, I'll play this just to play something that's not competitive. And also, I got time to kill. which sucks to see that decline, but it is what it is. So, moving down the list, I'm surprised that they announced this one as early as they did, but Mortal Kombat 1, where we're going into a whole new universe, and the lead developer said, I'm starting it. I call it Mortal Kombat 1 because I'm starting it over. I'm starting it all the way over.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Mortal Kombat nerd here. I got to interject.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
They announced it early because Street Fighter 6 is already out and being played.
Yep.
And Tekken 8 is already announced, and we're getting footage and we're getting new characters. They were unfortunately put in a position where they had to announce it because they didn't want to get left in the dust, as they are part of the big three of the fighting game community. And for every Guilty Gear fan and King of Fighters who's going to yell at me, I'll fight you in the parking lot. I don't want to hear it right now. Y'all on the B list.
Guilty Gear
Anyways,
fell off, yeah.
It depends on where you are. There's definitely some regional sections there.
Yeah, I only know like a couple people that play Guilty Gear.
So Guilty Gear fell off, huh?
And they're really into it, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, their 2D guys are nuts. But
if it's not that, it's like Street Fighter. I don't know. They're fighter guys just like you.
Yay! And Deej, did you finish the story of the last Mortal Kombat game?
Yeah.
So the timeline is reset. This is an official continuation, but it is the new timeline.
It's like a continuation, but it's also starting over. It's weird.
No, I call it the Mortal Kombat Flashpoint for anyone who's into comics.
Oh,
tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not.
I mean, no, but still, damn.
So
I hate you.
I'm excited. I think it's going to be cool. I was worried about the cameo system. I was worried about some of the new features because I really didn't like the last Mortal Kombat. If you guys hear a police siren, I apologize. I don't know what that's all about.
That was the one thing that I appreciated is, well, first off, the first thing that I noticed is the movement, like the combat movement, is more slower and fluid. So now you can actually pay attention to the moves themselves. Whereas with 10 and 11, you press button, thing happens.
That was way more in 11 than 10.
Way 11, yeah. That one was like instantaneous movement.
And so that's why I appreciated the slightly slower movement of now I can watch the punches happen and the kicks happen in real time with the fluid interaction of you can call in your cameo to come help you. Am I still afraid that the cameos might have the ability to be abused? Absolutely. That's one of my biggest things when it comes to, or like gripes when it comes to cameo fighters, is the abuse.
To be
fair,
of the cameo. Yeah, cameo fighters can be pretty iffy in most games. And I'm hopeful that this isn't going to be one of those situations. From what we've seen so far, all it seems to be so far right now is just a way to extend combos and to combo off of things. But we don't know the full extent of what kind of things these cameos can do yet.
From what I've seen, it looks very fixed, as in you can't do these weird off the rails things the developer didn't count for, like MVC2 infinite combos with assists. So I think they've done a good bit of research. And I'm hoping for the best because I really love this franchise. But man, that last game was a swift kick in the chest, and it had the best special guest characters. They used Spawn, they used RoboCop. They were attacking my nostalgia violently, but no one played these characters because they all sucked and they had no combos and they were easy to read. And oh man,
not to mention they had one of my favorite characters of all time in it. And I'm sad that they don't put in more Mortal Kombat games with Noob Saibot. I love Noob. No, fuck you. I love Noob.
You fucking edgelord. I don't want to hear none of your business. I don't know what accent that was. I was just angry.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was.
I was about to be. If you kept going for like another 2 seconds, I was just going to throw in a subtle. That's got to be racist.
Why?
I don't know.
I wasn't naming anywhere in particular. I was just angry.
I watched the Badger video. That's got to be racist, right? That's got to be racist.
I thought you were talking about that other thing. You know that rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about that.
No. But one thing that I did that I want to point out, I found it so cool with the few cameo characters that we got to see, like Goro and Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade and Jax. They are in their retro skins from the
Right.
original.
Right.
I thought that was sick. I'm like, wait. Jax doesn't look like he normally did in the other game. This looks like Jax from the first MK movie. Wait a minute. He
That's
looks
Jax
kinda...
from MK3.
Oh, I know, but I know, but he actually looked like the character from the MK movie too, and I appreciated it. For those that think that the first MK movie sucks, you are wrong, and you will need to rewatch it and appreciate it for the gem that it is.
For those who think Annihilation sucks, I'll fight you in the parking lot right now. I don't care who you are.
I
That
think
movie's
this man
a
just wants to go
gem.
into a parking lot to fight somebody.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
I mean, I respect it. That happens to me too on the weekends when I go to the bar. Gotta love it. But so I forgot who was the celebrity that they had for who body scanned Johnny Cage. Didn't they have some?
Oh, sorry. Ignore me for a minute. There's a high-speed pursuit going on outside my window.
And he just grabbed our... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NoSkill Entertainment. Hop on the derail train and hang on, because it's
How
going
am I
somewhere.
supposed to
We don't know
control a
where.
high-speed pursuit? I'm just
not
watching.
saying you. I'm just simply saying, like, we're sitting here talking about video games, and that's just like, yeah, Mortal Kombat. By the way, guys, high-speed chase.
This is the... Well, cause we're by a... Okay, I'm not saying you should. Wait, where are my hands? I'm not saying you should, but if you were going to run... I'm on the street, or I'm on the turnoff on our side of town where you could get away with it. This is the third one this month. The last one woke me up. It was like 2 a.m. and I just heard woo, and I'm like,
again.
Sorry.
Fuck it. Leave it.
Evan had a great camera angle position, so that way you could see all the links too. God damn it, Mikey. Perfect.
Nailed it.
See, he has to deal with high-speed chases. The last high-speed chase that happened on the street where I live, the person jumped the curb. Sorry, we'll go back to video games here in a second. Jumped the curb and then crashed into a head shop. The owner wasn't concerned about the pains of thousands of dollars of painted glass, like display windows and glass. He was more concerned that his favorite, I don't know if I can say the word. Can I say the word? The BON, what you smoke lettuce out of? Can I say that word?
Dude, it's fine.
Okay. He was more concerned that his favorite bong section got destroyed.
Yeah, that is rough. That's gotta cut into your profits.
And then the driver, his excuse was he was trying to make it to McDonald's breakfast because it was supposed to close in 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
That's beautiful.
People are nuts.
For the want of some hotcakes, he destroyed $3,000 worth of bongs. Mathematically, does that add up to you? Not me.
No.
But no, so going back to video games and E3, I have a good feeling about this MK game. It comes out sometime in September. So, Street Fighter, all I can simply say is get ready. Because if this game is as good as it looked, you are going to have some very, very, very stiff competition coming up.
I still want
the
to
fighting
get Street Fighter 6, dude. Street Fighter 6 looks fun.
I just want to create a character like as Mimi as possible, and then go into the online hub and see everybody else's cursed creations.
Dude, I'm already seeing people mod in their own characters. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I saw somebody already did like Ludacris from Def Jam 5 from New York City.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Dude, you give the internet an inch and they'll run a mile. But at the end of the day, anything is better than Guilty Gear Strive. Did I say that out loud? Sorry. But oh yeah, that's it. So the special like celebrity form, the guy who's gonna be Johnny Cage, is fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Well, that makes sense. That's who he's
Yeah.
based off of.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
He's actually based off of Jean.
You've never seen Van Damme drop the splits and just nut somebody before?
Actually, no.
I'm getting up. Hold up. Hands off.
Van Damme is
I'm on YouTube.
Van Damme is famous for doing the splits.
Dude, when I first discovered him, it was just because I was like, Mom, that guy got away with having a bad word as his last name. Yes, in my household, damn was a bad word. Leave me alone.
Yeah, same here, but Jean-Claude Van Damme is a national treasure.
Yeah, I know this now.
I know this now. Okay, I'm stressed out because we just had this whole ass thing with Mando like 2 weeks ago where we had to show him the kickbox because he's never seen that movie before, and then all this other Bloodsport. Yeah, I can't. We just did this again. Two grown ass men in the same month. I'm stressed out. No culture.
Stressed out, pissed off, hungry.
Bro.
I'm sorry, angry.
Tom didn't know?
Yeah, he didn't know. Marlon had to sit him down and show him.
Fucking hell. I'm going to roast him for it later.
Please do.
Jean-Claude Van Dumb idiot.
You didn't know Mr. Splits?
Wow. Oh, that's not fit. There's the fist.
Listen, I have Donnie Yen in my life, and that's all I need.
Do you see that Tony Jaw's in the next Expendables with
Yes.
Yes.
That's gonna be wild.
I love Tony Jaa. I love everything he's in.
He's the man. How is he? Yeah, I was about to ask a dumb question. We're not gonna get into that. We're talking about Mortal Kombat and Summer Games.
Yeah. We're getting really off topic.
Welcome to NoSkill. Not even we know what we're gonna talk about next. I told you guys this many times. We'll have bullet points of what we want to talk about, and we will avoid all of them. I could probably sit here and have kill the next hour and a half with him, talk with these two about Def Jam 5 from New York City.
That's another episode.
This is why we probably should just like skim through the major games instead of just a list of them.
Yes, so that's why I'm just going straight into the ones that were highly anticipated, or at least anticipated by us. And the next one, I at least want to bring up. I know he doesn't want to talk about it, but I want to just for a second. Lies of P finally got a release date announcement. For those that don't know, Lies of P, it's a steampunk Souls-like game, and it looks fantastic. They released a demo for it if you want to play it.
I'm so excited. I'm avoiding the demo just because I want to go into that game so blind. I love Souls-likes, and this
really
that one looks sick. Like
looks
real heavy
sick.
on the Dishonored vibes.
Exactly, and I just love the
Dishonored.
steampunk and like the whole like puppet thing going on.
Bloodborne.
I can't wait. It can't come out any sooner.
Another game that comes out on my birthday month, and that's the one thing that I definitely want to talk about is 90% of these fucking games that they spoke about are on Game Pass. Again, Xbox, Microsoft just keep bringing in the dubs. Hey,
Suck it, PlayStation.
So we're making all these great fucking games. Not only are they sick, but they're free on Game Pass. So if you don't have Xbox Game Pass or at least Game Pass in general, change that, because the next few months are about to be sick with video games.
Quick critique. Please make it so you can record your freaking Xbox app launcher. Oh my god. There's so many times I wanted to stream or record a game on PC and I just get it through Game Pass and I can't because the software can't see the game.
Stressing, piss off worthy.
Whatever.
And then amongst that, they announced a new Sonic game, which Sonic is always going to be a classic game. They took it back to the old school side scroller, but they made it 3D, and I think it looks really, 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 really cool. After that, I don't know if you guys have played it, but it's close to my heart. But Alan Wake 2.
I never played the first
Never
one.
got into it.
Never played it.
Alan Wake 2 was absolutely fantastic. It was the first game that made me.
Don't you mean 1? Because part 2 is the one's coming out.
Yeah. Alan Wake. The very first Alan Wake was the first game where I'm like, okay, certain video games are fucking creepy.
When I first saw like screenshots and like some like little tidbits of gameplay for that one, I was like, this reminds me of like a Silent Hill.
Kind of Silent Hill-esque. And the one thing that I love about this game is now you can pick between one of two characters, so Alan and then the other character, Saga. I believe it's Saga. I think her name is, and you can flip flop between them whenever you want to. But if you switch to Saga, the story will start changing compared to when you go back to Alan. You can run Alan the entire time without touching Saga. You can run Saga without touching Alan. But if you start flip-flopping between the two, the story themselves, as you interlope, will start changing. So you can get a whole different story on your second playthrough.
That is amazing. Man,
awesome.
I'm a sucker for good storytelling these days.
There's not a lot nowadays. At least not a lot from big companies.
That's going to drive DJ nuts, though, because the way you like the 100% things, you're going to be going back.
Compared to like what I used to be, like a diehard achievement hunter, I'm like, I gotta play this game fucking 5 times. Damn it! I ran Dishonored. Luckily, the first Dishonored was quick and easy, but I had to run the game back 3 times to perfect it because one of the achievements is don't use any abilities outside of the first blink that you get.
Yep.
I made a mistake and I upgraded to the next level of blink, thinking that I didn't buy another ability. I just extended blink.
Nope, that's not the first level of blink you get.
Yeah, so I had to run that back. But again, luckily Dishonored was easy and quick.
Trust me, this guy used to be a huge achievement hunter, and it was so hard to get him on any other game when he was in achievement hunter mode. It was a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah,
there's one I want to see you do. I want to watch it.
Okay, hit me.
Zombie genocide in the original Dead Rising.
Isn't that like
you ever heard of that?
I heard of that one.
Isn't that just kill 10,000 zombies?
31,000 and some change.
Give me a day and some W, I can do it.
I'd like to see you try because you're on a time limit.
Yep.
Oh, that's where you hurt me.
Yeah.
You had to get out of there before evacuation arrives or something like that?
So in game you have 72 hours, but in real life you have significantly less.
Okay, a little bit trickier then. I have to look up some achievement hunter guides to cheat it. Which
Boo.
Hey, Gamerscore is Gamerscore. Trust me, there's been a lot of games I perfected that I cheesed.
Whoa, jeez.
He really didn't like my take on Dead Rising, so he just didn't want to sit next to me. Fuck you too. Sorry, I'm eating a wiener right now. But
don't choke. Nothing. I'm just looking out for your health and safety. Whoa.
Don't worry about it.
Man, musical chairs, everybody.
Shit. Get the fuck out.
I'm stuck standing.
Man sticks one wiener. Now
this is way more comfortable.
Oh my god.
I have no idea what happened.
Ow, that was my desk.
High quality production value here at NoSkill Entertainment.
That hurt a lot. Sorry. Hi. Love you. Really. Mean it. So E3. Not E3. Summer Games Fest.
Fucking.
Then I totally lost our train of thought. It was Alan Wake.
Yeah.
Now, as much as I'm not a huge fan of this next franchise that I'm going to talk about, or at least not nearly as much as you. But Space Marine 2.
Oh my god.
For the Emperor, you fucking heretic.
Let me tell you about the Tyranids.
About the Tyranids. Let's go, baby. Okay, so the original Space Marine was sick. I know you've seen gameplay. I know Brandon has as well.
I played it
I
when I was in
played
the
it.
military. It came out in like
Did you-
2010. I just don't.
I didn't know
remember
DJ. Oh, I played it, but I don't remember. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
more sense. I didn't know you played it.
Yeah.
It was a legendary hack and slash. It was fun. It was some cool shit to it, and I will admit Warhammer games can be very hit and miss. But when they get the aesthetic just right, you don't care. You're having fun. You're slaying heretics, the giant 100-foot statues of the saints and the angels of death. Oh, dude, it's so sick. I'm lightheaded now.
Because I remember it came out in like. Well, at least I played it in 2010, and I remember thinking to myself, "Why am I this big, bulky blue dude stomping on little green people?"
We also probably shouldn't go too much into detail because we don't want to incur the wrath of the IP owners.
Yeah, no, they can be real dicks sometimes.
Huh?
What?
Did I miss something here?
Yeah, you got to be in the culture to know.
Basically, the owners of the Warhammer IP are dicks about their so-called property and will sometimes put in like copyright strikes or whatever if you talk too much or reference too much of their IP.
Or they create their own streaming service and buy out all the competitions because all the fan animators were harming their business. Get the fuck out of here.
If y'all want to be like that, well, then I'll just leave this before we switch topics.
Yep.
Battle Sisters was mid. Anyway,
hold on now.
Wait.
Hold
Wait.
your whore mouth.
Hold up. You're speaking
I
some
was kidding.
heresy.
Whoa.
I was kidding. Battle Sisters was
I didn't
the
know
game that
Josh was on the panel.
No, dude, I love Battle Sisters. Battle Sisters
Drop
was the
his
game that I
first
played
name.
when
Goddamn.
I had a torn meniscus, and I was like, I can stand and play this. This is great. I just wanted to have my 15 seconds of edgelord fame.
Fine. You know what? Hit him with this one. A lot of people can agree on this. Thousand Suns suck.
No, yeah, true.
That's on them. I didn't say anything. My hands are clean.
You would agree. They're
Okay.
they're a whole ordeal.
Mm.
So I'm moving down. I know you got a little excited about the next one, Baldur's Gate.
Yes,
Give me a quick rundown.
dude, I've been waiting for that fucking game to come out for years. I've had early access to it for like I would say 2 or 3 years now. I cannot wait for this thing to come out, and I want to do a playthrough with you and Adrian.
Well, no, why?
What
Why would
what
you
happened?
invite us to a big open world RPG?
We've discussed this, you fucking dick.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not the RPG guy around here who's sunk way too many years into necromancy characters.
I will make,
wanted to say it, but I
make
stopped myself.
Adrian a bard, and he's gonna be MF Doom.
Dude, Aiden's gonna hit you with the worst cutting words you've ever heard.
But yeah,
I don't know why they call
it's an amazing RPG. It is typically a top-down RPG role-playing strategy game that's really heavily based around Dungeons and Dragons. Being that the Baldur's Gate IP is already a Dungeons and Dragons IP, but it's made by the same people that do Divinity. And we already know how Divinity 2 came out. It's a masterpiece in its class. Still one of the best RPGs I've ever played to date. And I cannot wait to see what Larian Studios can do with the Baldur's Gate IP.
That's got
Oh. All right, enough of that.
Because I was about to say, as Amanda's never played Baldur's Gate, I was about to give me a quick TLDR. Give me a speed rundown of what is the game. What do you play? How do you play? Why do you play? Like, what's up?
Well,
what is it?
Let's see. Baldur's
Sorry
Gate.
to those people that I said I've never played Baldur's Gate, and you're probably crying.
Couple of different ones of Baldur's Gate. I know there's like the original Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, which is kind of like it's like one of those really old role-playing games where it's very low graphic. It's just like an old game, let's just say that. And the people you speak to are speaking to you through text, and you have to answer it through selection, like icons and stuff like
Oblivion?
that.
Like Oblivion?
No, older.
Oh wow!
Like Fallout 1 and 2
Fallout 1
kind
and
of
2,
shit.
yeah, like that type of thing.
Okay.
And
Okay.
other than those two, which I have very little experience playing those because when those were out, I was like a tiny little lad, and only experience I had was from a friend's house where his dad played it, and he let us play it every once in a while. But Baldur's Gate, like Dark Alliance, is what I got a lot of. What my Baldur's Gate like game time in, which is like a basically a top-down role-playing game that's basically like kind of like a dungeon crawler, basically.
Okay.
And it was fun. I do enjoy them. 1 and 2 are great. I don't think there was a third one. I don't know. There might be a third one. I never heard of it. But they were fun games. They even remastered Dark Alliance 1 for the new consoles, and I enjoyed playing that through again.
Sounds dope, though. And then excuse me, pardon me. So sorry, I'm so sorry. Speed running down the list. The new Spider-Man. Woo. Unless
interested.
Unless PC gets it day one, I really don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm waiting for PC because at that point I don't care.
Yep. I mean, Sony, if only you would allow day one for PC users, you would have a much bigger fan base and user base. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah.
Next up, I just wanted to touch up on this one because I thought this was just a fucking ballsy move. Especially after the letdown that was Gollum.
Oh my god.
Then they announced that they made another one, still following the that same timeline for Gimli. Return to Moria, and I'm like, this game looks rough.
I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan, so I have nothing to contribute here.
I am not a Lord of the Rings fan either, but I did enjoy playing the old school PS2 games, especially Return of the King.
Yeah, the PS2 games were great.
Mm-hmm.
I do enjoy the movies, but I wouldn't really say call myself a fan. I like the movies, and the PS2 games were fun. But that's basically it.
Like, while everybody else was wanting to fanboy and fangirl over the director's cut of Lord of the Rings, I was watching Evil Dead.
Yo, my man, Army of Darkness?
Yes.
Stay down, she bitch.
Then speedrunning through, because again, this is all day one. They made it another Like a Dragon game. They put out a game every 6 months, and it's usually the same shit, but it's a hack and slash ninja game. So why the fuck? I'm samurai game, so why the fuck not? We got
America.
We got a sneak peek at COD Season 4, which we're about to do a tavern talk on that. So I'll talk about that later. Did you guys see the sneak peek for the Twisted Metal show?
Yes. Oh my god, dude! Anthony Mackie and Samoa Joe. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be so fun.
As that clown. That was a
clown. His name is Sweet Tooth, a.k.a. Needles Kane, a.k.a. Minion, a.k.a. what the fuck are you on about, DJ?
I'm in danger. I'm blinking twice. You can't see.
I'm a Twisted Metal diehard. As the car guy here, Twisted Metal and the Vigilante 8 really shaped my childhood, and Mad Max.
You're a psychopath.
No shit. People are surprised at this point.
Love that. No shit.
I drove home like a month ago with my whole car a foot shorter on one side, doing like 80. I didn't care if the wheel fell off. I was just getting home, just stone faced, listening to gangster rap straight out the window. But yeah, anyways, no, Twisted Metal looks sick. It's on Peacock, which I have access to, and I'm so excited.
Oh my fucking god!
What?
I think I might actually download Peacock and do a subscription just so I can watch that.
I'm excited, man. I am very excited. Although I think making John Doe the main character is kind of weird, but you know what? The Twisted Metal storyline's all over the place. They could realistically do anything if they wanted to. I hit my toe.
I hope one of these days, if this takes off well, I hope this could be we get to have another Twisted Metal game, because I know the internet would shake if there was another Twisted Metal game.
I would scream. Could you imagine Twisted Metal crossover with Death Race, and you get Frankenstein and Jason Statham as the crossover character?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna
that'd be
start
so
speedrunning the last two, because this is again day one. We haven't even started on the Xbox showcase. So the last two that I've written down are Immortals of Avium, the Battle Mage RPG, first person RPG game. I thought that was actually kind of cool looking. If you like first person games and you like Magic, you'll probably like that one. I'm gonna give it a try. And then finally, the one that they surprised everybody with is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the second game in the franchise.
No one was shocked at all.
Boo!
Everyone saw it a mile away. Not to mention there were already leaks like a week or so before that. Not on top of it, everyone knew they were gonna do it because that game has 2 parts anyway. So why wouldn't they do the second one? So no shock. They hyped it up, but no one cared.
It's the internet. You think you can keep a secret from us? You can't.
You can't.
Somebody will find out, and that somebody will tell everybody.
Not to mention, once again, I believe it's another timed exclusive with PlayStation, so who cares either way? If it comes to PC, it'll probably be a year after release or something. So, oh well.
And if it's anything like Last of Us, it's gonna suck. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Sorry. I mean, the Final Fantasy VII remake that they put on the PC was also pretty bad. People modded it and fixed it.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
For Cyberpunk.
Same goes for Cyberpunk. Hey, Cyberpunk is good now, and I want to play it again.
Phantom Liberty's dropping. I'm so excited.
Yes!
We're about to touch up on that, because now we're getting into the Xbox showcase. We'll start off with Phantom Liberty since you brought it up. So Phantom Liberty, the continuation of Johnny Silvercat.
Keanu's back, baby.
Him and Idris. How
Idris
did they
Elba?
swing that?
Seriously. Like,
Yeah, where I did not expect Idris fucking Elba to be in this.
And he's going to be one of the main characters too, so it's not like he's going to be like, all right, here's my cameo, I'll see you next season. No, he's there. I'm excited. They're opening up a new part of the map. They're rebalancing the game, fixing up combat for vehicles, fixing up on-ground melee combat.
dude.
The game's getting overhauled. You're getting a massive expansion. This is what I want from Cyberpunk. I'm so excited. And the lore they're dropping.
Dude,
Woo!
seriously.
This is the sketchy part of town the police don't go to. We're walking around with Keanu Reeves like a big dick in the locker room.
All the lore that I know about Cyberpunk and the fact that the game itself did not have Dogtown, I was so disappointed. But now they're bringing it, I'm like, yes, fucking Dogtown.
Did you see the pan over shots of the Dogtown black market?
Yeah.
Dude, all the
Dude.
tech out on display, all the
Just
sketchy vendors. Ooh, I love it. Give me
Fucking
chills.
Black market, baby.
So I think I'm gonna have to sit down and re-download Cyberpunk now that they've overhauled the game. Because for those that know, I bought the game and then I uninstalled it, because at that point I was on the bandwagon of this is unplayable. Not unplayable. My immersion is ruined, and I hope you have a horrible day. Just until they fix the game, I have no reason to install it. I know how close he is to me. I can smell his fucking hair. But now that they fixed the game, I feel more inclined to get on and play. And now with this DLC that's coming out, I have a lot of content to look forward to. A lot of content, especially how hyped up that game was. Still is. Like, even the core fan base, when the game was unplayable, still stuck around and played it.
I have like 5 characters I've 100%ed. I'm on my new one. And
Fraser.
I didn't
it's a good
commit that
game.
much. I got like halfway through, and then I started playing other stuff.
Oh, dude, I think it was because I got one of the secret endings as my first ending, and when the music plays and the credits start rolling, man, it kicked me right in the chest. I was hooked. It was so good because it was a good cyberpunk story. And for all these Call of Duty kids who like, nah, I wanted to save the world. You're not special. Night City is not about saving the world. It's about saving yourself, you fucking nerd.
If you cannot survive in Night City, you will not become a legend.
And that's why no one will remember your name.
That's why you will not get a drink named after you.
Oh, we should do a bit about that one of these days. Talk about what would your drink in the afterlife be.
Oh, dude.
I think Burnins would
Hell
have
yeah.
Blue Ciroc in it.
Yes.
Yay!
What would mine be? I don't know.
What would yours be?
I don't know because I don't really drink mixed drinks. I stick with beer.
I think you would have something fizzy.
I think I just have like a lunchbox, but I wouldn't tell anybody it's called the lunchbox.
I mean, fair.
It's beer, amaretto, and orange juice, and it tastes fucking great.
That does actually sounds really good.
Yeah,
You know
it
what?
does.
You'd have to. They make you'd make a special one. They make There's these seeds that are really fizzy. They like mimic carbonation. I feel like if you added those, that would make it yours.
I'd be okay with
Imagine that. Imagine that lightly carbonated. Ooh, that'd be good on a summer day over ice.
I would be very okay with that. Okay, but moving forward because we are at the halfway mark.
I need to have
Yep.
myself a Jackie Wells.
But speaking of Frasier, I saw that they announced where the fuck is it? Star Wars Outlaws.
There it is.
That does look sick.
It does
It
look
really
sick.
does.
Dude,
It looks
if you-
absolutely fantastic.
I was getting kind of tired of all the lightsaber stuff. If you give me a game of Star Wars that I don't even see one lightsaber in the trailer, I'm already in.
Right? Take it back to the Kotar days where you got a blaster and a
Exactly.
vibro sword cutting your way through the galaxy.
Exactly. And this is open world on top of it. Ugh. You got me.
Like I'm not like I don't really care to get all the Star Wars games. I was considering getting a Jedi Survivor just because I played Fallen Order, and I really want to have a rematch with Ogda Bogdo because I'm a psychopath. But this game actually looked pretty interesting to me, and I think I might be partaking in it.
Right.
So, Frazier, I know you're probably gonna like shill out dollary doodles to play more Star Wars because for those that know, Frazier is our Star Wars guy. I'm waiting for the moment we say his name, and then he just appears. Let me tell you the tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Disconnects.
Disconnects.
Fuck off, nerd.
The user has been banned from your channel.
How did I get banned from this channel? I'm a part of it.
I'm an admin.
You took away my admin rights?
You were supposed to destroy the Sith.
Oh my god. All right,
We're
but
stupid.
because we are at this halfway mark, it is now time for a wee bit of a cheeky little ad read. We'll be right back after these special messages. Take it away. Hi guys, it's me, DJ. I just wanted to take this time to remind you guys once again about our partnership with Dubby. If you want to change the way you game, Dubby is the way. Now head on over to dubby.gg and use our code NSE for 10% off your total order. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Hey, everybody out there on the internet. NoSkill Mike here to invite you personally to our NoSkill Discord server. In the description below, in the link tree, easy access to all the fun, music, and other entertaining things we share and interact with the community on every single day. So hopefully I'll see you there or somewhere out here in this big, wonderful world.
And we are back. We have returned. I hope you guys enjoyed that pretty little ad read. Once again, time and time again, thank you very much, Dubby, for hanging out with us. You are beautiful, you are handsome, and I hope your IQ starts with the number 2 and is 3 digits long. They're really smart. And also, join the Discord. We're kind of cool. Come drop a meme. Show us some music. Let's hang out for a little while. What do you say, huh?
And I'm already out the chair.
Yes, he is. He got so excited about our open Discord that he started jumping for joy. Join the Discord for that very moment right there. Okay? All right. Now, continuing on. Something else I want to... We're going to be grazing over a lot of these because, we can do a part 2 if you guys want to. It's up to you guys. But I want to hit some of the big ones that were coming out that I know at least this core group of us are looking forward to. And the next one that I want to talk about is Fallout 76 Atlantic City. Are you excited for Fallout?
I'm always excited for new 76 content. I'm not going to lie. I have missed a couple of them here and there. But I enjoy Fallout. I enjoyed 76. I have like a level 300 something character. I have an ammo trading community, a flux trading community. I do not have a legacy weapon. I do not cheat like that, but I know people. So if we ever have problem players, we have a way to politely escort them from the server. So I am excited about it. I hope I have enough time to dig into it and really get to enjoy the new content, especially after how mid the pit was.
That's one of the other
I
things.
didn't even
Then they
get to
like
try the
revamp the
pit.
pit.
Yeah.
Then they revamp how the pit's gonna work for this. Or am I stupid?
Yeah, but I don't know the specifics on it, and I'm gonna be really biased because Fallout 3's DLC, The Pit, was one of the best DLCs of all time, in my opinion. It was gorgeous. The weapons were sick. New creatures, a wildly different storyline. One of the funniest mods ever where you can eat a baby. It was just wild, and it was an out of control fun DLC, and we're not going to get that. We're not going to get that anymore. What?
God damn! You
All
just
right.
casually said "eat a baby" like it's a starter at Applebee's.
Oh, dude! If you do it, and I'm not telling you this from experience, I've seen it from other people. If you do it, you're now immune to radiation forever, and that's huge in a Fallout game. And it says, "Well, you've mutated to become immune to radiation, but was it worth it?" And it has the Vault Boy staring at you.
Yeah, can I get a rack of ribs with a side of child?
Oh, they're called baby back ribs.
That's why I said it. You got it. You got the correlation. Did you see that? Oh, yeah, that's clever. Anyway, move forward.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind downloading 76 again. It's just 76 is that game that we've gone back to consistently for like a week, and then we go do something else.
Yeah,
And then
because that's how long these expansions take. Like, I remember when they did the last raid boss, me and Brandon were like, yeah, we'll build up, we'll level a few times, figure out how it works. We beat it in like, what, an hour and a half?
Yeah. and I don't even have that high of a level character like him. I'm not even 100.
We steamrolled that bad boy.
Yeah, like, I'm not
you
even
just
100,
hear in the
bro.
distance, and a minigun started ripping through the room. Like, well, I found Brandon.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
I'm looking forward to it. I think I might pop back in just to see it again. Once again, audience, when you see me start staring up in the distance, I'm making sure that OBS hasn't crashed, and I'm looking at my phone for the next thing. Speaking of next thing, I just gotta say it. The new Flight Simulator game actually looks kind of gnarly, and I don't like Flight Simulator.
The last one was pretty impressive as well.
Yeah, don't they have like in this one they're just giving you like the ability to do like missions or some sort of like quests or jobs, you know?
Yes.
Like
we're never gonna see Sanguine again.
Oh yeah, no, Sanguine's gonna disappear.
He logged so many hours in the last one, and he would text me, and he'd be like, "Hey, can you take a phone call?" Sure. Hey Beast, I'm flying over your house, and he would send me the screenshot. He's like right over my hometown. Okay, bud. Aren't you supposed to be working? It's a slow day in the office. Whatever.
Yeah, I still find it scary that there's people that they base. Essentially, the map is based off actual like real time location and actual real maps. Because one of my buddies, it was our first time ever going to Massachusetts, and he was able to navigate it from just playing Flight Simulator.
Yeah, they use Google Maps like it's real data. You're traveling to real airports.
I didn't know that. I was just like, oh wow, this place is really realistic. How had you been in Massachusetts before? And he goes, no, I just put a lot of Flight Sim.
You say Massachusetts was really realistic?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Listen,
Philly's waiting on the graphics update. Massachusetts has.
Listen, dude, I have a lot of
They
brain
need to
rot.
upgrade from 16 to 32-bit.
Dude, I have a lot of brain rot. Okay, I've had a lot of wieners in my mouth in the last like half an hour. So like, y'all just need to like be easy and be breezy with me. Okay.
Philly's got like 3 4-gig sticks, a random 8 like mismatch RAM.
No,
they're running off of a 1060 graphics card.
The fan is a house fan pointed into the case. I'm gonna get my ass kicked by my buddy. I need to stop this bit.
God. Air fried steaks. Anyway,
Oh man.
Sorry, miss your crap. But so then up next on the list for the ESO heads, Necrom.
Dude, I wish I got more into it or that I could play ESO more, but it's kind of difficult to play it, especially when you're the only one that plays it. So it's like I didn't get into it.
The game was killed for me all because, like, nothing against the people that wanted to play and wanted to play with me, but the fact that you guys just wanted to speedrun me to level 10 so we can go online, I'm like, okay, I'm getting bodied by people that are champion rank max.
I didn't even
Dude's
want
literally
to do
laughing
that.
at me.
I didn't even want to do that. I wanted to get you through. I wanted to have you play through storylines and all these quests and explore the fucking world because it's a huge game. And the fact that they opened it up to everyone after like the big, like I forget the patch, but you can go anywhere now, and you're not tied to your faction's area. And well, it got fucked, and I would be the only one playing it.
Like, it's like 3 people wanted me to play, and then they were all just like, okay, now you need to go Aldemir Dominion. No, you need to go Daggerfeld. No, you need to go Ebonheart. As soon as I told people that I went with Aldemir Dominion, the Ebonheart and the Daggerfeld were just like, ew, plebeian. Oh, I can't even look at you, you disgusting foul piece of dick.
You basically have had the Vampire the Masquerade experience right there.
Yeah.
I like that game, though.
But that's how the fan base is. Oh, what's your house? I'm so and so. Oh, you're trash. Don't talk to me. Waste of my time.
All I know is my character looks like Jimin from BTS, and that's all I needed in life. And now I need to go back on the game and continue playing. Now that I have a PC that can actually handle it and a monitor that I can actually see.
Yeah, the monitor was your real issue there, bud.
Yeah, the monitor was really bad.
Was your PC was doing great. The monitor, however,
that's such delay. So much delay. He was going off of a Roku TV.
Yeah, don't play Battle Royale on a 50-inch Roku TV. Okay, just heads up.
NoSkill tech tip of the day.
Yeah, from your boy. Now, next up, one of the ones that I am absolutely looking forward to, and I will be getting the day it fucking comes out, and you fuckers can either join me or never see me again. Payday 3.
You will not see me out of this house for a month.
I love Payday. I love the Payday franchise. I love how chaotic it can be. I love how tactful it can be. I love how fun it can be. Because with Payday, for those that don't know Payday, if for some reason you don't know Payday, you're a heister and you have to schedule all these heists because you want to earn money, from simple jewelry shop jobs to Fort fucking Knox, to breaking into somebody's house to steal bricks of gold and then put cocaine in said safe. Because, you know, the old cocaine inside your safe gag. For those that played Payday 2, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I love Payday for the way you can play it however you want to. If you want to actually go for like silent stealth type where you can actually get in and get out without anybody knowing you were there, or you're like how Brandon and I have done, where it's okay, we all have heavy armor on and shotguns, and we're killing whatever has body motion.
I started playing it again on PC, starting from scratch, and I basically just went around beating people with a giant spoon. And that's all I did.
Still, we're watching Badger's video, and he's just like, I'm trying to kill this fucker with a broken bottle.
I made my fire weapon key, which was, left on the mouse. I made it my melee button. And that's all I did is beat people with a giant spoon. And I'm sad that I wasn't around for the event where I could have gotten a golden spoon. But, you know what? I'll work with what I got.
The spoon Ravager strikes again. Where'd he hit? The 7-Eleven down the street. He took the coffee maker. Shit.
Damn it, I love that Keurig.
So... He took all the donuts, and he only left bear claws. Damn it. But I love Payday. I cannot wait to see what they do with this game. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a shitter in Payday 2. This group that I used to play with, when we would hop on Payday 2. This is when, for those that still remember the cheese, you would plant yourself underneath some object to where it says you can't stand here. You get downed and then get revived by a teammate. And then you try to stand up again, can't stand here. You've just engaged the cheese. The enemies can now no longer see you. And as long as you stay crouched the entire time, you can go around and continue your heist as if nothing is happening. And then they patched it.
Yeah, I can definitely see why they patched it.
It was so fun. I'm just like, dude, this is the easiest XP ever. Fuck yeah, bro. I'll crouch walk with all these bags of money on my spine. Let's go.
Any
yeah,
words,
so
Mikey? You're kind of quiet over there.
You ever wanted to rob the bank in virtual reality?
Just withholding comments because that is the only time I see a heist with DJ going successful and or smooth.
Oh no, I have the ability to play the game correctly. It's just there's just some days where you flip on that chaotic neutral switch. It's like I don't give a fuck what happens.
There's just some days where violence isn't needed.
I feel like DJ's the guy who's like, stealth mission sick, puts on mask immediately, all the alert goes up.
Oh no, I'm not the Dallas soup of the group. I'm the guy that wants to do it stealthy, but when it goes wrong, I'm not opposed to going loud.
So you cause it to go loud.
No, I will try my best to keep it as quiet as possible, but as soon as something does happen, whether it be by my hand or not, I'm ready for war. I'm ready to sacrifice blood for the blood god.
All right. When it's here, skull for the skull throne.
Corn. Freak on a leash. Oh, sorry, different corn.
No H.
Corn. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. Now, I have a feeling we're going to be on this one for a while, so we're just going to talk about it right now. Star motherfucking Field.
Mikey, go ahead.
I am full of concern. From what I see, it looks good. But, and I'm going to get lit on fire for even suggesting this. There's something in the back of my mind that's giving me Mass Effect Andromeda vibes.
Yeah.
It looks good, but I don't know how much is actually developed. I have the horrible fear we're going to enjoy the first 3-4 levels, and then we're going to find a lot of empty space because this is such a massive undertaking. I don't want them to release it as soon as possible. I want them to take their time. I want them to get it done right because it looks fucking sick. It really does.
Especially since they said something along the lines of this has been in development for... This has been a project for the past like 15 to 20 years. Like, you've been sitting on this for 20 years?
Well, a lot of people don't like to admit it. Fortnite was in development for like 9 years.
9 years is significantly shorter than 20.
Yeah, but think about how much they still added on after that. It was never a complete project to start with. Plus patches, plus problems.
Like, we'll get the concerns out of the way before we talk about what we're anticipating, because I know for the audience members that have seen the showcase and saw Starfield, they are wanting to rip our skulls off and shove them down our anuses. And by all means, if you want to, please.
I don't care. I'm a sweaty Bethesda nerd too. Come at me.
But my biggest concern is, at the end of the day, it is a Bethesda game, and Bethesda games tend to be unfinished or broken. Look at Skyrim.
Skyrim's one of the greatest games of all time. What do you mean?
Yeah, like, I'm talking like physics-wise, it is broken as shit, and not like to the point of unplayable, but
Warzone was broken as shit for the first season, and that was a huge name.
You can fly on a horse that you wasn't meant to fly.
And I don't think people who play, no offense, Deej, hardcore RPG people know that games like that are going to have their weird quirks. Yep. Every single one of them does. Yeah, do. If you want to talk about weird horse shit, you can't ignore The Witcher, because Roach just does whatever the hell he wants sometimes. Teleport on your head as a hat. Goes through the floor. Go through walls. He's invincible. You can't interact with him.
Yeah,
I'll give you that. And I'm not saying to be like game breaking, like, this game was unplayable. If anything, we'd get more memes out of it, because that's kind of what Bethesda does.
Yeah, but, RPGs just have that charm to them. Yeah. Like, what were you doing on Divinity? we were playing with fire and we dropped the frames to like what 6 for
Yeah.
about 1 minute.
Yeah.
It's just part of the
There's
fun,
too much
man.
fire.
Too much fire.
I'm a pyromaniac. What can I say?
They gave us the option. You put us in an oil field. What'd you really think was going to happen?
Oh, they knew what they were doing.
They know I'm over here with only ice and necromancy, and then a single fireball, and we're out of frames. I have a single fistful of frames.
To see all that oil around us, Mikey, I'm about to do something dangerous.
Best, just get away, motherfucker! Ah!
One of those days.
I'm about to make a ring of fucking fire.
I
Anyway,
plan on singing that at karaoke tonight just because Limp Bizkit, why not?
Please do.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be sick.
now,
But
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna well, I'll leave mine for a little bit because it's kind of a big topic.
I was gonna say, so my concerns with Starfield, being that I played a lot of Bethesda RPGs and I know how they are. I played a lot of RPGs to begin with. I don't know how many RPGs, even made by the best of studios, have their quirks, and some of them can be fixed post-launch, of course, and a lot of them are. Some stay, and they just add charm to the game. But with Starfield, not only am I concerned about their promise of, there being 1,000 worlds and being able to, they're all procedurally generated and all that. Like Mikey, I'm concerned about it having a feeling of emptiness. Sure, would it make sense that it being that they're planets and in space that have more than likely no inhabitants, no life on them? Sure, it would make sense that a lot of them would be empty rocks floating in space. But I do hope that there is quite a few planets that don't feel like that, because I don't know. I just have this concern that a lot of it will feel samey. That a lot of the planets will feel like another one that I visited 30 minutes ago, kind of thing.
Yeah, those are reskins.
Yeah, reskins. I really hope that that's not the case. From what I saw on the showcase, there were quite a few good-looking planets that didn't look the same. My only concern is, creatures and life forms on planets that basically look like reskins of another creature that I saw on a different planet, or B, the planet looking exactly the same as another one, but it just has a different color to it. I don't know. It's one of my main concerns, and the fact that console, sadly, it looks like
console's gonna be stressing.
Console's gonna be rough,
I was about
dude.
to say console. Sadly, it looks like it's going to be 30 FPS. Thankfully, I'm getting it on PC, but even on PC, it might be a stress test. Even then, we don't know the spec requirements, especially when this is a new engine that they're making this on.
Oh yeah, see, that was gonna be one of my concerns too. Was like, because from the way they're hyping this up, this is going to be a massive fucking game.
If
like
done
massive.
right, this could be the biggest game release in a very long time.
Oh, hands
one
down,
of the biggest RPGs in over a decade. Like, dude, this could be something that could last just as long or even longer than Skyrim. And Skyrim's still very much played to this day.
Yeah, and like you were saying, one of my biggest concerns is this game going to be too big? Because you're basically saying you can travel to literal different solar systems that have their own planets. Do I think that's cool and diverse? Absolutely. But even then, the likes of something that was significantly smaller, which I'll just say it, no shots intended, but Destiny, where you can go to all these different planets, I'm like, okay, this is great. You can go to different planets and offer different shit, but at some point it got repetitive and boring, and that's the one thing I would not want for this game, is to go to some other solar system or some other planet and it's just the same shit but a different color.
Yeah, but Destiny was trash anyways.
Yeah, and I wouldn't really put Destiny on the same.
First year. That's my bad.
Fuck it.
It's gone. Did I turn it around? I did. There we go. I'm so sorry, y'all. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I
Oh,
was
bacon.
gonna say, I wouldn't even put Destiny in the same category, let alone compare the two. If you're talking about something like this, you're gonna talk about like No Man's Sky, or
which had a rough start.
Yeah, but
and took 2 years.
Yeah, now it's a playable game, but I hope that's not the case for this, because I would not want to wait 2 years for a playable Starfield.
Exactly. We want to jump right in.
And I'm not wanting to compare like gameplay to Destiny. I'm just wanting to say the similarities of if you travel to this one spot and that's the same shit over and over again. Do I like the concept and the dynamic of the game? Oh yeah, I think the game is absolutely fucking genius. Like this game is gonna be absolutely sick. But I wouldn't want it to all of a sudden become a burnout game if it's the same thing over and over again, no matter where you go. Like the concept of you can bring on different people that can do different things to help like progress your ship is sick. You can build up relationships and a good rapport with these people. You can plug them in the back of the head, like they did your number one fan.
I love that they put in the adoring fan. That was a great shout out to Oblivion, and I thank them for that.
So that's why I think it's sick. My only concern is this game too big? If this game is this big and it keeps consistent interest the entire way through, I'll play it happily. My only concern is I don't want this game to become boring or repetitive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do feel
that. And that's what happened in Mass Effect Andromeda. You have a whole galaxy to explore, but unlike the other Mass Effect games, their worlds are very empty. Like there's one planet, I can't think of what it's called, but it's the new Krogan homeland essentially. The Krogan are brutal and the most resilient species in the galaxy. They are actual dinosaur people, and you would think they'd have this sick homeworld. It's the desert from Dune, but it has the giant worm. You don't get to interact with it. It's just a set piece. There's nothing dangerous creature-wise, so it doesn't make sense why they're living in this planet. They're natural-born hunters, and they want a challenge. It's like half thought out. It's like, yeah, look at the cool set piece where they live. Don't look around it, but look at the cool set piece.
So
look at this whole thing that we brought here. Don't touch it.
Don't look the other way. Stay on the rails. This is an RPG, though. I'm supposed to explore. Stay on the rails. Okay, I've played this game of D&D before. It wasn't very fun.
No. But now let's switch foot and talk about some of the good things that we saw coming out of it. Because on top of like the critiques that we have, there was so much that stood out to me. And honestly, I got a feel of like different types of games wrapped up into this one game where I got a little bit of a Mass Effect vibe. I got a little bit of a Fallout vibe. I got a little bit of a what's that game called? The Division vibe. I loved all in all the gameplay of it, especially the gunplay. I was like, okay, this is kind of nutty. Wait a minute.
I'll admit,
there's something here.
It does look better than the last showcase they did. The gameplay does look more polished. The last one didn't look all that great.
Hell.
Oh yeah, they caught hell.
Yeah, they caught some hell for how it was showcased last year. It's like you got to remember that game was still very much so in development. Now this is the finished product that they're just waiting to release. I mean, could they have possibly done like a cheeky, like invite only playtest just to get some outside opinion? Maybe would have been a good idea. So they can get some like more perspective of we know what we like about this game. We made it. Now let's get some outside opinion on this game from people that didn't make it.
Sadly, Bethesda are not known for their betas.
Yeah.
Damn it, Todd.
It would be nice. It would be nice, but whatever.
Because, like, again, if I'm a game developer, even if it's just a simple invite 50 people to do a very closed alpha test, a very close beta test, signed that NDA that I had to sign playing a certain game earlier. Damn you, by the way. But now you have outside opinion. You already know what you're giving them. You made the bitch. Now get the opinion of the people that didn't make it. Is the gunplay a little too stiff? Do we need to make more weapons and more weapon variants? Because that's the one thing that stuck out to me is, okay, you have a lot of guns. Or at least are you just showing us a few of them and that's it?
Does the game perform well? Do the worlds feel too empty? Does the procedural generation generator actually work?
And you have
That's a big one.
That's a big one. Does it work?
Whoa. What was that last one? What?
Huh?
You.
Huh? What?
What'd you say?
So pastrami, right? Great on sandwiches. No, because I saw that I saw that you could romance characters, and one of the things is like the dude in the cowboy hat was just like, I think I'm starting to fall in love with you, and I'm like, I can have sex with this guy.
Every good RPG has a dating sim built into it. Massive 100% Fallout.
Witcher.
What? 100%. I want that cowboy to like blow my spine out my ass. Anyway, don't look at me in that tone of voice. I see you.
I'm still staring at you, but not directly.
No, I don't want to make eye contact.
No eye contact, but the camera will do.
So then, what about the game stood out to you the most? Like, what are you most excited for when this game comes out?
I'm excited for this whole like space stuff. The fighting with the space fighting, you can dock other ships, you can take people's ships, loot their ships, interactions with other people in space, friend or foe, all this kind of stuff. The factions. I'm just really interested in how they're going to incorporate space. The open world stuff is nothing new to me. I've played a lot of open world RPGs. I'm more curious on how space will work.
Welcome to Skyrim in space.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm more curious about.
I mean, we played Warframe. As long as they don't do worse than that, they should be fine.
I'm not even gonna talk about Warframe. That's not even close to what this is.
I know.
Like, I forget the game. It's an RPG, but it has a lot of space combat. It might like Elite and Dangerous. I forget what it's called.
Halo 4?
No, fuck no. Don't even dare.
Yeah, you are thinking of Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, Elite Dangerous. That is what I'm talking about. That and No Man's Sky. But when it comes to space combat and stuff, I'm thinking of Elite and Dangerous.
Or Star Trek Online. I'm totally kidding. Some dude just threw his remote at his TV right now as I said that.
I want to throw you. God.
Welcome to DJ. I'm a cringe lord. Like me or hate me, I don't care. But yeah, I agree. I think the whole space dynamic is something to definitely behold and look forward to, because the game looks absolutely sick. I love the what was that one thing in the trailer where you went up and you touched something and it turned into this murder plant that tried to kill you. I'm like, so now even the landscape can be an enemy.
That's always been a thing, though.
Trust no one and trust nothing. Is that a begonia or is it a gun?
I feel like DJ doesn't play much RPGs.
No, I don't think he does.
I play hack and slash and first person shooters because I'm a fucking plebeian. Give me Ninja Gaiden 4.
You need to expand, my friend. There's a whole world out there.
And your thoughts?
I think you need to play Fallout 3 for stream, and me and Brandon set the mod list, and you have no say in it, and we watch.
Yes.
Well, like I've said before, I believe I've said on this podcast, the most that I have underneath my belt when it comes to Fallout is I have 20 minutes of New Vegas, where
That's not even the intro. That's like the length of the opening scene.
I got to the point to where I was able to free roam. I found a pair of punching gloves, started punching people, and then that old black dude in the wheelchair by the shop punched him and killed him in one shot. Felt bad, uninstalled the game.
You hurt Easy Pete.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's a real man. He exists.
I felt horrible. I'm like, I don't want to play this anymore.
He killed Pete.
Because you assaulted a senior citizen whose name is Easy Pete. Do you think it was going to be a tough fight? It's in the name.
I know. That's why I uninstalled it. I legit. I felt horrible as a human being. I'm like, I just killed him. I killed him. He's dead for good. Because
one of the greatest gaming experiences of all time, and you stop playing after 20 minutes in the tutorial still.
Because I felt bad for punching an old man.
You did it though. Nobody told you to do it. You just said, "Hey, look, a senior citizen enjoying the Nevada sun." What?
Yeah, nobody told me to do it, but I was also not told to not do it.
Jesus. No, I'm pretty sure your mother said, "Don't hit old men." I feel like she specifically said that at some point.
She said, "Don't hit old men," but she did not say, "Don't hit old men in video games."
It's you the kind of kid who gets burned because your mom said, "Hey, don't play with the stove." You're like, "I wasn't playing with the stove. I was playing on the stove."
I wasn't playing with the stove. I was just touching the pot on the stove.
Yeah, exactly.
Because heat travels, kids. Don't touch the pan. That's how you lose fingerprints.
Conductivity.
Yeah, he said duck. That's all it took from that. That's how smooth burn I am. But
anyways, that's back on topic. I don't know, man. I really want to withhold judgment until everything's. I want it to be a good project. I truly and genuinely do. But I've seen projects like this, and I've seen how the community reacts, and the current state of the internet's abominable.
Oh, yeah.
Horrible.
Dude, people are just out. Okay. People's standards are so unreasonably high, and I don't know why. Building projects like this takes entire teams. It takes real visionaries to get the projects up and running in the first place. So this game needs one patch. Let's threaten the office and do all this crazy stuff. I don't want any of that for this. I want this to be a fun game we can all enjoy and jump right into and not have to worry about all the craziness. It is ambitious, though, and that does make me worried. Unfortunately, what's popular these days are companies that aren't ambitious and can pump out a carbon copy of the same game they made last year. Every single year. You know exactly who I'm talking about. No names named, but y'all know. Y'all know.
We're also looking at the standards of people that play nothing but third-person action games with RPG and stealth elements. Not to name not to name a specific corporation, but if you know, you know.
You know.
Did you say stealth and third person?
Third person action games with RPG and stealth elements.
Sly Cooper.
You know what? He got you there. That is all of those things.
Yeah, that's also true.
Oh, if my avatar's freaking out, I'm wiping tears out of my eyes for that one. That was good.
I was like, I can think of something clever right here.
He's on the board, folks.
But yeah, the standards of nowadays is really high for God, especially when it comes to people and their graphics. I don't understand the need for such crazy graphics and little to no gameplay or any sort of fun in a game now.
The push for high graphics is what's Jedi Survivor's problem right now. It's so demanding.
Yeah, I know. Fraser was playing it, and every time I heard him complain, it was like, my frames are dropping, it's lagging.
All he did is pull out his weapon. I'm losing
just trying
frames
to do a puzzle.
Can I just also point out, I love the fact that is the only game he can have on his PC because it takes up that much fucking space.
Yeah, it's massive.
Like, you need to fuck around and get an external quickly.
Compress your files, game devs. Oh my god!
Like, call this a shitty, almost superficial and shallow comparison, but that the belief of like the prettier the game is, the more you can cover up how shit the game is honestly the same to compare it to how pretty you are in real life, but yet you're dumb as a sack of bricks. Your looks don't mean you're good.
Yeah.
And
there have been so many games that came out of recent that are not graphically like up to the people's standards, but are so fun to play.
Warlander's kicking ass.
Worldlanders is amazing, man.
I don't know
5
that
gigs
was
looks good, fun to play. What is wrong
What's
here?
wrong?
How is this
It's
game
just
nailing
a
it?
game. It's a fun game. That's all it needs to be is fun, not realistic to the point where you can see a person's peach fuzz.
Is that ball sweat? Oh, dude, and it's in
Is that
4K.
a drop of sweat dropping down the face?
Is that lactation? Look at
Literally to the sweat drop down the
No.
balls.
these bitches roll.
I don't know. I don't get the appeal of graphics first before gameplay. I don't get it.
I would much rather a game be in 720p consistently, but it's fun, than a 4K Ultra HD game and there's no content to it.
Exactly.
Only
minimum I ask 60 frames or more and at least 1080. I don't care if it's 4K. I just want it to have good frames. That's the least that's the minimum I ask for.
Like, I played one game of Warlanders with this guy and then this guy's bro, Sageland, and I was like, this one game, I'm having the time of my life. And that's when Brandon informed me it was made by the developers that made the game Happy Wars. And Happy Wars is another game to where graphically, is it pleasing? No. But the game itself was so much fun. And that's where a lot of these developers, I feel like they need to get back to is the game fun? I don't care if it looks pretty. I don't give a shit if it looks pretty. Golem looked pretty, and look at that. That game.
You think Golem looked pretty? Hell no.
Aesthetically compared to the PS2 games, where there were significantly more polygons than
Compared to the PS2 games.
The PS2 game.
What kind of comparison is that?
Species. That's all I'm trying to say.
Unique. Yeah, no shit.
Are you saying that this is a PS3
It's
game?
called Fire. Jesus.
Bro, god
Like
damn.
the DJ, you don't need to use a CD player anymore. It's called Spotify.
Bro, your comparisons today are off.
I don't care. But ultimately, I was just like, you know what, Golem, I think they wanted to go for a more prettier look. Even then, it was still kind of mid, because the gameplay itself was horrendous. And then I saw the Return to Moria game where it looks horrendous and looks like it's going to play horrendous.
Oh, another example. That even on its own console, even on PC, it was horrible. Might have looked pretty, but God, it was boring, and it ran horrendously. Forspoken. Yeah,
Don't know what that is.
If you know, you know it, but it's
It was
great.
It was
dating sim, I assume.
pretty.
No. What? Why did you assume that?
I don't know, Scales. Why would I?
Basically, the main character gets isekai for no fucking reason. Gets isekai to a new world because her house burned down, and I believe her cat died.
I believe her cat died.
I don't know the fucking
What is
story.
this conversation devolved into? We're just weird rants at this point. Summer Games is what now?
The fact of the point of the matter is, a game doesn't need to be beautiful. A game needs to be fun. There's been several accounts of video games that
no cats need to die.
Exactly. And this is coming from a dog guy. No felines need to perish in the production of this game.
That's a good slogan. We should adopt that. No felines were harmed in the making of this podcast.
Sincerely, dog people. Oh shit, my hands. I hate having lost track of. God damn it. I hate it here. But so now back to Starfield. I want this game to be fantastic. I have so much hope for this fucking game. I really want this game to be good, because kind of like how when Bungie was hyping up Destiny with the little Easter eggs you could find in Halo DST, and then Destiny was good for about, I'd say 6 months before it got boring, because at that point you had the best gear. You already ran the raid. You know how to beat the raid 3 different ways. You know how to cheese the raid if you're with people that are completely smooth brain.
Or by yourself.
Or by yourself. And now there's really quite literally nothing for you to do, and I don't want this game to turn into that. Like, okay, I've already done everything. I have what I need, and until they give me the ability to grind for something better, I no longer need to be on this. So I wouldn't want all that hype to.
Honestly, that's the great thing about RPGs like this is that it's not a grind. It's literally just do what the fuck you want.
Exactly.
And when it comes to something as big as this that they're promising, don't know if they'll deliver. We're looking at playthroughs that can easily hit the 100 mark, an hours played, even more. So it's not a grind like Destiny. No, it's nowhere near that. It's more of what do you want to do, and can you do it, and how long will it take?
But the point that I'm just trying to make here is I don't want to.
You don't play RPGs.
No, I just don't want it to become lackluster.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
And that has been the death of some RPG franchises.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like, I mean, that's my main thing is I just don't want it to become lackluster or, to a degree, boring. And now that's going to be another game that just collects dust on people's windowsill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Although, can I, real quick, we should definitely stop there with our Starfield because we got a couple more things we need to talk about. But I want to bring up another RPG made by a beloved dev, Mikey. You know them all too well.
Do I?
Yeah, they're the good
I'll get off the floor.
They're the good old Obsidian. And I tell you,
the boys are here.
the people behind Vegas, Outer Worlds, boy, they put out gameplay for Avowed. And man, it looks good. I want to play it so bad. It's like almost their own take on like the Skyrim formula. I don't know if it's open world. I hope it's open world. But it looks good. Oh yeah, knowing them, it will be. But it looks fantastic. Did you see gameplay, Mikey?
No, I did not actually. I didn't know this was a thing. And I'm very excited because I was replaying Outer Worlds again. Yes. And Siege and I were having a conversation, and we got to the same part. And he looks at me and he goes, "How the fuck did you mess up your campaign this bad?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "This character should still be here. This character should hate you. I didn't even know she was a romance option. What were you doing?" And he just has a meltdown because our playthroughs look nothing like each other.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. And I'm like, God, shit. I wish I could explain how the ditzy mechanic became a romance option, but I think we all know how we got to that point.
Yeah.
Through sheer degeneracy, sugar spice and everything nice.
And of course, Playground Games also showed off a trailer for Fable, which looked cool. Didn't really see. I don't think we saw gameplay. We might have. I couldn't really tell. But either way, it looked cool. And I'm excited because it's Fable. I haven't seen a Fable game in years.
I'd have to rewatch the Avowed trailer because I'm pretty sure that was one where I was like, that looks amazing. But I could not, out of all the games that I have written down, I could not tell you what their trailers were about currently anymore.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot in Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, there was a lot to unpack there.
There are even games that I know I was excited for at the time, but I probably don't remember them now. There was so many games showed off, I can't tell you.
But I can at least say without beyond shadow of a doubt, it looked so interesting with how much that they're unpacking. Honestly, within the next 3 months, there's going to be so many video games coming out. There's a lot of games that are coming out in early to mid 2024, which honestly isn't that far away if you really think about it.
Yeah.
But just within these next 3 or 4 months, there's so many video games coming out. Whether it be you're looking forward to Starfield, Mortal Kombat, Alan Wake, and a bunch of others that I can't wait. I can't wait to play these. I seriously can't. Another one that I'm awaiting. I got invited to do a playtest of it. Is the finals. This one has nothing to do with Summer Games Fest. I'm just hyping up the finals because God, I need more games to distract me from going back to COD ever again.
Oh, dude. I want to play that. I wish I was around for when they're doing registration for that, or that I knew
Alright,
about it. I didn't know about it.
all right, if you go to Steam and you go to the finals page, there was a little tab that said request invite to playtest.
Nah.
But I signed up for that back in like when I first found out about the finals, like 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to the finals. There's just so many potential video games that can catch anybody's interest. Hell, even X Defiant, this man damn near creamed in Discord. Over. He was just like, oh, God, there's so much content for X Defiant.
Well, a lot more content than COD. Just fucking hell.
Because I didn't watch that showcase, so that's where I'm gonna throw it over to you. So, what did they show off? What did they show? What did they do?
Well, they didn't really show off too much.
Did you come?
Oh, I definitely did. Like multiple times. Like multiple times. But
Proud of you.
I will say, from what we did see, they definitely are putting a lot on the table, and they are listening to a lot of community feedback. They're very active on Twitter. I love you, Mark Rubin. But I'm just really excited because they're going to be doing an open beta test, like the 21st through the 23rd on all platforms. Basically, seeing how people react to the changes they made from all the feedback they got from the last play test. And also to stress test their servers, being that they're going to be put on all platforms. There's going to be a huge amount of people going in, so they want to test out their servers. And the fact that they gave a rough estimate of a launch date of towards the end of summer, I can't wait for this game, man. It's literally COD, but how it's supposed to be, not what they have it now. So I can't wait. It's just going to be another reason to get away from the current COD and go play something that I know that I'll enjoy, because the playtest was amazing. I had a lot of fun on that. I played a lot of that.
Like, not to go on another COD harp, but it's definitely getting to the point of like, okay, Call of Duty is in a wee bit of a rough spot. I will say this much: when they did show off the new map for Warzone Vondel, pleasantly surprised, because you and I have said we had the same thought when we first saw it. It's like, oh wow, they actually opened up a color palette. Yay!
They learned. They have a color wheel now. Oh my god!
It's this thing called MS Paint. We should probably use it.
But nah, we'll save that for a different for a tavern talk. But let's just COD's not in a good spot, and I don't care for it.
Yeah, because as of this recording, the new season is now officially out, and at some point, him and I were going to do a tavern talk on our thoughts and prayers towards this dying thing, quickly. But until then, are there any other games that you guys saw that you were looking forward to? Because we're getting close to wraps. Any other last minute bangers you want to bring up?
Yeah, RoboCop Rogue City, because it might be trash, dead or alive. It's coming with me.
Lego.
I'm going for the nostalgia. I know it's going to be rough because unless they add new ways to make combat more difficult, you will steamroll the entire game. Ed 209 is going to be in there, so he should fix that. But I think we should get more enemies like Kane and the Mandroid and just tougher stuff, because RoboCop's a unit. He really needs a challenge to make the game feel fun. Other than that, no.
I remember you sending me the trailer over Discord, and I'm like, this is gonna be one of those games, good or bad. It's gonna be a nostalgia trip for a lot of people, and honestly, that can carry a game to honestly a W. Is, you know what? It's hitting me in the childhood. It's hitting me in the feels.
Oh yeah, especially because characters from the movies are gonna be in it, so it'll be tied well into the canon. You got your Auto 9, just that legendary 3 fire, just oh And it's a RPG. You can customize your RoboCop build, whether you prioritize movement, durability, weapon skills, hacking, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking I'm looking forward to it. Did they have a release date for it, or is that still like we're still developing it? You're not getting it for a while.
They did not have an official release date. That being said, the state it's in looks fantastic. Like it looks like a fairly finished game.
Right, it looked fucking sick. If I do say so myself.
Mm-hmm. It might play a tiny bit like Cyberpunk, which has me a little worried because we know how the fans are.
The one that I just want to bring up because I'm surprised I didn't bring it up sooner. The new Forza that's coming out.
Oh yeah.
Always love a Forza.
Yep, always love it.
I still don't know anything about Forza. I just like racing cars. Hence why when I have free time and I'm not playing Smite or Call of Duty, I play the Hot Wheels game. That one is such a fun time killer. I'm not even gonna trip. Kind of like how Prince of Persia is gonna be. Anyway, did I say that out loud? Sorry. That hurt any feelings. Any last minute bangers you want to say real quick before we throw it to outro time?
It wasn't at Summer's Game Fest, but I want to throw out Armor Core, the new one.
Oh, let's go, baby!
Armor Core, I think it was at 4. Five. Yep. I love me some Armor Core, and I cannot wait for this game because it looks like they're bringing a lot of I guess gameplay mechanics from their Souls, like from the Dark Souls and Elden Ring games, and I can't wait.
Some of those games felt like Souls games. Those bosses were torturous.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a challenging game, and I love it. And it is a Souls-like, so I can't wait.
Souls-like Zenturia is going to be coming out of her robo tits.
Oh yeah, she was so psyched. Just the flip keyboard, death slam, kick shit over. Let's go.
Then the next day, she was just like, "I might have gone overboard. I destroyed my
Yeah, she destroyed her setup.
Armored Core." And I'm like, "Yep, valid."
Yeah, it is.
I can accept that.
I can't wait for that game, man.
Yeah, like I said, this was a good year for Summer Games Fest. This was a good year for Xbox, Microsoft, whether you're on Xbox or PC. And honestly, I'm gonna revert back to how I started this podcast.
Real quick. Also, don't have a release date. We don't even have any information about it. But whenever they do, because they'll probably just drop it on us on like, oh hey, by the way, this drops in like 2 days. Whenever the hell From Software drops the DLC for Elden Ring, that we're still waiting on that. They announced.
Oh, they're just gonna drop it and be like, hey, so there's stuff now.
Yeah, just like their freaking tweet announcing it. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, this is a thing and expect it soon. So like, okay.
Thanks, Dad. Hit me.
So there you go. That's all I got to say.
So then I'm going to revert this back to how I started this podcast, especially since this was a big W for Microsoft Xbox. Whether you are on an Xbox or you are on PC or you rock both, I highly suggest you get the Game Pass because, as I stated, 90% of the games that we listed, that we talked about tonight, on top of the many that we didn't get a chance to talk about, because there's a lot, 90% of them, if not more, are going to be available on Game Pass day one. So that's a W for Microsoft in my book. Daddy Phil Spencer, I love you. By the way, those Porsche Xbox Series X's that they're making kind of crispy. Just want to throw that one out there. But while I'm out here, I must tell you guys that it is outro time. We made it. We did it. We made it to the end of another podcast. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, very much for joining us on this journey of talking about Summer Games Fest. I love the fact that we can reconvene talking about this because, not to get a little nostalgic, but that's how the channel got started. E3
we
and more.
Start with Summer Games Fest.
I know, we started with E3 and more. Kind of the fucking exist. I think we might have cursed E3 because as soon as we did E3 and more, they died.
No, E3 cursed themselves because they didn't work with us.
You know what? He's right. He's got a point. He's cooking.
We're still here. They're not.
Tell
I
him.
get
Tell him when he's telling
fucked.
lies. Tell him when he's telling lies.
Knock on. Where's Wood? Where's my pecker? There we go. All right. But yeah, so thank you guys for hanging out with us on this journey, talking about Summer Games Fest, because we're all video game nerds. We're all going to be video game nerds. At least I hope so. Assuming I don't lose my left hand in a severe golfing accident. Don't ask me how that would happen. I've had dreams about it, though. But so now we're going to take down the line with the boys. Any final closing thoughts, arguments, things you want to tell the folks?
Oh, we're starting with me?
I always start with you.
Do we?
I go from
I
right
don't
to
have
left.
a headset on. This is bad timing.
You want me to come back to you?
No, we're good.
Okay.
Be nice to developers. Don't riot on the internet. Have fun when the game comes out. And if I see anybody trying to hurt the Starfield office, I will find you because it has the potential to be great. And I want it to be great. And please don't ruin this for the rest of us.
And now, kicking it over to you, Sha. Thoughts, closing statements, arguments?
Graphics aren't everything. I cannot wait for X Defiant. Expect streams of me playing that for hours on end. And yeah, don't be dicks to the devs. Have fun. Live a little.
Just like how people become internet lawyers because they watched Law and Order SVU once. Every single gamer thinks he's a developer when something bad happens. I think the only credible gamer that I would listen to when it comes to dev critique is Jev, because he does make sense with a lot of things that he says, and he's not yelling, surprisingly. But thoughts and closing statements from me. Wear deodorant when you go to conventions because you stink. I can't wait for most of these games to come out. I'm at least going to, since they're on Game Pass, I'm going to download them. What in the?
What are you doing?
I just got a random notification about something, and I don't know what. Oh, it came from the Musketeers. But yeah, so wear deodorant when you go to conventions because you stink. I'm gonna download most of these games and not all these games that are on Game Pass because hey, it's Game Pass. You can play it for free, and if you don't like it, you can uninstall it. Oh, and then lastly, Guilty Gear's kind of dying, huh? And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to close out the podcast. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in and hanging out with us today. Just so you know, do a little heads up that down below there's some buttons in the comment section, and I highly suggest you do whatever you want to with them. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Guilty Gear is better than Destiny.